Okay. Hi guys, it's Alissa here. I am with Teresa and Melissa from the Radio City Rockettes, and they're just kind of here to talk to us about what the show is going to be like this November when they come. So could you kind of give us a background of what the show's like?
Sure, this is our newest production. It's from the 75th anniversary we did on the Great Stage in New York City. So it's our newest show, and it's only been around for about 3 years, and it's for a much larger scale than other shows that we've done on the road before. We can seat up to 10,000 people at this show. We're bringing our new numbers like New York at Christmas and Shine, and we're still going to have some of those traditional numbers like Prayer of the Wooden Soldiers and The Living Nativity.
Okay. Well, I know that it was here at the Civic Center a few years ago, but it was the theater production. How does the theater production differ from what you'll be seeing at Wells Fargo Arena?
Right, well, it's on a much larger scale, like I said, at 10,000 seats versus our smaller scale one, which is about 3,000 seats. And then we have the newer numbers, and also the technology is a lot better. We have this huge LED screen behind us, and so you have that animated moving backdrop rather than just the standard backdrop of a normal theater. So it's quite a lot more exciting and fun.
How did you guys get started with the Rockettes?
Well, I grew up dancing just across the border in Wisconsin, and just took tap, jazz, and ballet. And then when I was old enough, I moved to New York to pursue my career of being a dancer. And Radio City Rockettes, they were having an audition, and I had grown up watching them on the Thanksgiving Day Parade, and my mom and I went to see a show at Radio City, and I was way up in the nosebleeds, but I could still tell. I thought, I want to do this, I think I can do this, and I heard they were having auditions, and I went along with 500 other women, and I was fortunate enough to get a job, and this is my 11th season.
Wow. And what about you?
This is my 10th year.
Okay. Of all of the performances that you guys do in the show, which is your favorite?
I think the audience favorite is always the Prayer of the Wooden Soldiers. It's one of those numbers that's been around since 1933, and it's just visually stunning. Personally, I love the 12 Days of Christmas. It's a challenging tap number. It's 7 minutes long. We have to sing full out during it. It's one of those numbers that I just really feel like a rockette doing it.
Before we turn on the camera, you were telling me something interesting about Prayer of the Wooden Soldiers that a lot of people might not know.
Sure.
What is that?
Well, right before we go on stage, we'll actually stand against a wall and to put on our hats so that it's nice and straight. And then this hat actually drops down to about here on our nose. So when we're marching around, we're actually only able to see about 4 feet in front of us. We can't actually see the audience at all.
So I guess what else would something that the audience might not know, if they're sitting in their seats, what's something that they might not see that is kind of interesting?
Well, when we line up to do a kick line, we create an optical illusion. We put our shorter ladies on the ends and our taller ladies in the middle, and this creates this optical illusion that we're all exactly the same height. And then when we link up, right hand high and left hand low, what happens is that we're not actually pushing on each other or holding on at all. It's just a feel of the fabric is what we call it. And then when we do kicks, we're just maintaining chest high and kicking on our own. But it looks like we're actually linked up, doing this as a unit.
Wow. So when someone goes to audition in New York, what are the main requirements?
You have to be 5'6" to 5'10 and a half. They actually start out with either a jazz routine, and then they will make cuts through that because over 500 people go to these auditions. Then if you're lucky enough to stay, they will do a tap combination, and then they might make cuts after that, and then they will also do a kick line, and they might do cuts after that. And then they sometimes ask you to sing, because we have to sing in the show as well, and then they usually let you go home after that was an all-day process and ask you if you're lucky enough to come back the next day, and you do it all over again.
So could you show our viewers, I guess, something that you guys do in the show? One of your strut kicks?
Yes, we're going to do our strut kicks.
And this is what we call the bevel. We usually start all our kick lines or most of our steps in a bevel, which is just a toe-to-toe and the knee across, so it looks like we're standing on just one leg. And then we get to
All right, well, thank you very much, guys. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.